Dear diarrhea full of shit. Just play along with myself and I. No one else. Yo, I'm so legit. I was gonna do this audio presentation last night, but didn't want to because I was tired and I didn't want to singer up my mind, and I just wanted to watch ASMR and go sleep. But you know how I've said, dear online family and friends, I thought you said these were a waste of time. They are. Oh, they definitely are a complete and utter waste of time. And like I said, I don't actually want these fucking fag bitch motherfuckers, you know. But I'm not gonna shut my channel down. There's no reason to do that. I don't want to transfer all my shit over and write it down. It turns out I've actually got a lot of shit, and there's no reason to do that. You know, if fucko wants to hang around and secretly be in love with me while she lives her life, hey, knock yourself out. Okay. Like I said, she's going to develop a split personality. So, Facebook kicked me out too. Usually it just logs me in automatic because I check her once a week. So, I'll try and log in when I get home. Who cares? Why log in at all? Is that why you have Facebook? Make a good point. Just don't bother. Just fuck Instagram and fuck Facebook. So, but like I said, you know, my future wives and future wife. So, like I said, I talk about, I said, player, they usually fall in love with one chick eventually, and, I'm just blowing smoke up all these broads' ass, I know SC's kind of in, she's like, the first in line, so she's probably thinking, motherfucker, it ends with me, not with Quesinaboo, not with Farkles, not with Santa Titties a ho-ho, not with none of them, and she's all chomping at the bit, uh, but, I just sort of picked Quesinaboo because she's the prettiest. But I don't know her. She could be a wretched cunt, She could be all dramatic and she could just pop off on a moment's notice and shit. She could be intolerable for all I know. She takes these sweet little pictures, I was like, oh. But I don't know her. but, um, but I think I am slowly but surely falling in love with her. And if I ever do get around to getting the Instagram back up and running, because, geez, uh, and I find out that she's got a placeholder in her life. Spring's coming around, people get more happier, and the brain start producing more of the happy enzyme or whatever, because the sun's shining, the birds are chirping, and the days are nice, the weather's nice, Go outside, get you a little coffee or whatever, a cafe and a biscotti, or whatever. And then I'll know she's serious because, she's saying to me, hey, look, I know you need more time. Anyway, but that's if I ever get the Instagrams going, which I may or may not. It might not be worth it to me. You know what I mean? If I have to take my phone to, quote unquote, my computer guy and say, look, man, walk me through this, all right? And he's probably busy, and he'll be like, well, leave your phone. I'm like, can I make an appointment or something? Plus, I don't want to leave my phone. But, um, it might not be worth it to me. So, Cosinabu, um, it might be over. So, anyway, I know what you're thinking. You're just fucking around, but it was real for me. Like you said, chicks are different. We're emotional. Well, I'm sure you'll find a nice boy someday. Maybe you already have a nice boy named Ben or Jerry, like the ice cream, or Steve or Peter. You know, not a nice boy like Roy or Elrod or Slater or Jake. You know, what's in a name? We've discussed this. A boy who grows up with a name like Roy, a boy named Roy, grows up to be, a hands-on kind of guy. A boy with a name like Ben or Brian or Steve or Peter grows up to work with computers. Not necessarily even a computer person, just works in front of one. I just don't understand people like that. Like I said, if you had a real job and then, moved to a desk, okay, let me see your hands. Which, by the way, I took one of those blood test things. The first one I fucked up, and the second one said it was like broken, so I ordered another one, but I may have fucked up the process. But it comes with it's called a lancet, and I pressed it against my finger, and because it does that probably to make sure that you get enough pressure or whatever, and it barely bled. Maybe it was a malfunctioning lancet because I didn't use the first one, but I'm waving my arm around in circles, and squeezing it, and I'm like, shit. And I'm barely getting this little drop of blood, so, those of us with macho, manly, burly boy paws, being thick-skinned isn't just a figure of speech. And I don't even really work with my hands, you know what I mean? I'm a truck driver, for crying out loud. Apparently it's just how these macho, so masculine, hands are. Fucking stupid shit. Well, that was a waste. There's $32 I ain't getting back. But anyway, when I get home, I ordered another one. So, but anyway, because I just want to know where I stand. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. But oh, so anyway, I digress. Man, what the fuck was I talking about? I don't think I even mentioned it yet. True love knows no limits, Cosinabu. Except for I might not get around to it. But anyway, dear online family and friends, how I've said before, sometimes stuff falls off the back of the truck, in the spot between the the back of the trailer and the door on the dock. And one time I found a can of cheese broccoli soup, or what was it? It was cream of mushroom soup and turkey chili, and a packet of shoelaces. And I saved the shoelaces. You never know when you might need some. And the other day I found an all-purpose cleaner, 3 cans of cream style corn, and a packet of sweet peas, or a can. And then when I got back to the yard, they brought it. The managers had a meeting, because this is like Corporateville, so every now and then there's meetings. And they brought in baked potatoes, and I asked my dispatcher, and there was only 2 people behind the glass there. I said, "Is that anybody's?" I thought it was a burrito at first. "Is that anybody's burrito?" Well, I better not take it, in case it's somebody, blah, blah, blah. And they kind of chuckled, And I said, well, actually, it's, you know, I don't like things to go to waste. But they brought in all these toppings. And short story, even shorter, I took a baked potato, which was still warm, by the way, so I may have taken somebody's potato. It's got somebody's name on it. Look, it says Baker. No, it says baked. They just made the D wrong. But me being me, I'm like, well, Mr. Baker, I'm taking your potato. I'm such a fucking moron. But I don't see any other evidence of a person, you know, being here. So, and there was another driver in there. I'm like, you know who this is? And he's kind of got this look on his face, like, you know, he's one of these dudes. He doesn't really know what to make of me. So that's fine, dude. You just mind your fucking manners. We can get along fine. But you know, there's me being a dumb shit. You gonna eat that? But I said, you know, do you have like a little paper bag or whatever? And she brings out this bag. So I said, well, I'll oh, what did I use that for? Oh yeah, fruit. Because I let's see, what was the deal? I went down and got my a paper. I said, I'll just bring this tin down and bring this back. And I, of course, walked out without it. But then I came back because it's a whole shit ton of you know, toppings for the baked potato. Sour cream, cheese, like chives or whatever they're called, and bacon bits. So the bacon bits I won't ever get around to, but I'll at least put them outside so the birds can eat them instead of the trash. The sour cream I'll dump in my existing sour cream bin. The cheese I'll dump in my cheese bag, you know, shredded cheese. The chives, to be honest with you, I'll dump those outside at least so they'll go to the birds or, you know, become part of the earth. You know what I mean? So, and I said that. I said, you know, I said I make 6 figures a year, but I'm still a mooch. But that's not the, you know, the point. That's not why I do it. I don't want it to go to waste. And then the fruit, I didn't want to haul off with the rest of the fruit because I figured that would get some people would munch on that a little bit more probably. So I ate a couple pieces of cheese cubes and took some grapes, red and green, and strawberries, and put them in a little Ziploc baggie. So, oh, and the girl, the manager girl, walks out. She's this, oh, she's a tripping. She's a hugger, and no, she doesn't hug me. And I thought, well, if you come over here and want, you know, I didn't think she would, but I was fully prepared to say no huggy, no, I'm not a touchy guy, because I'm like, you're not doing this. But I was kind of interested to see if she would try. I don't know what her deal is. She's like religious, and she's just like on a happy funk right now, you know, because she's the boss, okay, and you know, of like that, of the office. And, I mean, good for her, you know what I mean? But it's just like, God, what the hell? Because I saw her, I witnessed this spectacle. You know, she comes out and gives the 2 girls a hug, and I'm like, so that's just a thing. And I'm over here like, oh no, you don't. You know, just don't. But fortunately, I don't put out that vibe. So, all right, okay. But I was prepared. You know, okay, this is a one-hand hug. Distance, you know, be sure and, you know, make sure she doesn't, I mean, as if, but I'm thinking, right? I'm like, okay, and there's cameras in here. You know, my mind is rolling. I'm like, this bitch just, you know, I'm the only other person that, is she going to come out? You know what I mean? You can't help but wonder, right? So, like I said, this is how this is going to happen. I don't know how she's going to do it, but I know how I'm going to receive this initiated hug. And it's just going to be a light, you know, but like I said, crisis averted. But, oh, and I'm also thinking, shit, my shirt's not tucked in, and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. And, you know, I'm like, should I hide? You know, should I crawl into one of these cabinets or go into the bathroom? Not really. But that is what I was thinking. I was like, she's going to ask me off a shirt that time. But she didn't. And she said something like, here, if you want to, make a, because I came back and I was like, man, more food has arrived and blah, blah, blah. And she said, well, we got some burritos in the fridge. And I was like, man, this could become a regular thing. Once a week, I'll just take food home. But so there was a bunch of burritos, and I said, how many can I take? And again, I was like, look, I don't want to like take food here, and this is kind of weird, but I don't want it to go to waste. That's why I'm doing it. But I was like, she's all, here, take what you want or whatever. And I'm like, all of them? And this other guy was like, so I said, well, I'll take 2. Well, no, I said, what do you do with them, if people don't eat them? They said, well, we set them out for drivers and stuff. So I'm like, okay. If you told me you were going to throw them away or people take them home, I'd say, okay, well, I'll take this many. So I took 2 because the girl said take 2. So that was that. So I made off with a pretty good haul yesterday. Shit. Closed mouths don't get fed, literally. You gonna eat that? Is somebody in the process of eating lunch? Because I noticed there's some food here. You know what I mean? It sounds kind of weird. I'll take it, dude. These somebody's shoelaces on the table? Anybody need some shoelaces? You need some shoelaces? No, but I might down the road.